In our previous lesson on the role of chemistry in day-to-day life, we were able to look at how chemistry really assists us in various areas. And one of the areas that we looked at was food production. And this goes directly to what we call in the agriculture area, whereby we said through chemistry, we are able to develop pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, and all these, when they are brought together, they are able to improve the way we make food. And this normally helps in fighting hunger. Now, today on the same, we also want to remind ourselves about how we manufacture cheaper alternative fabrics, and also look at manufacture of cosmetics, because we said with the industry we will have chemistry playing major roles, and some of them, just like I've mentioned, we have manufacture of cosmetics, manufacture of cheaper alternative fabrics, manufacture of fuels, both used for domestic purposes and also for transport. So today I want us to continue on the same, but today I want us to look at entertainment industry, because again, chemistry plays a vital role in entertainment industry. I don't know whether you've ever heard of this, that for sure chemistry can play a major role in entertainment industry. And a good example are the fireworks. Maybe you've ever seen fireworks somewhere, or maybe you've ever attended an occasion where we have fireworks and the fog just being produced. They are colorful ones, they go up in the air, they're really colorful, and they make these entertaining to the people who are doing it. And then we also have creating special effects such as explosions, special effects such as explosions, sometimes smoke, sometimes the fireworks that I've mentioned. And these chemical compounds normally they help create realistic makeup, all right? That is like, I don't know whether you've ever seen people with body paints. These are just realistic makeups that are used just to entertain, and mostly they entertain kids when it comes to the body paints, okay? And again, apart from just being entertaining, we also have prosthetic materials that are also produced through chemistry. And these prosthetic materials are very important both to the entertainment industry and also helping people who have got physical challenges. Maybe we can have the prosthetic materials used to make the prosthetic legs, or maybe a part of a body that has got a challenge. So the materials can be used. So sometimes again, you can use it to create prosthetic characters and actors, all right, using the very same knowledge. So chemistry will enable you to create different colors and lighting effects and in storage productions during concerts and screen displays, right? So in entertainment this industry, we can have chemistry playing a major role. So we can write this and say creating special effects. So this one you can say creating special effects. So creating special effects such as explosions, We also have smoke, we can talk of fire, and we can also talk of not just fire, but fire and fog. Fire and fog, okay? Then under the same, we can now again talk about the chemical compounds. Chemical compounds. The chemical compounds. Now, the chemical compounds in this case will help create realistic makeup. Will help create realistic makeup. That is realistic makeup. Body paints, the body paints, and prosthetics. Prosthetics for characters, and that is prosthetics for characters. Prosthetic for characters and transforming characters. And this makes transforming characters, so that when you look at them, they appear different and they're really attracting you. They're attracting themselves to you, and you feel like they're entertaining because they look as if they are real things that are happening in their body because of the paint and the prosthetic materials maybe they have made. All right. So again, under this, chemistry normally also enables the creation of different colors and lighting effects. The creation, again in creation of different colors, and effects. Different colors and effects. In stage production, that's why if you go to a place where maybe there's a production of a film, of a movie, you realize that we can have the colors of the lights even changing and all this. This is usually with the help of the knowledge gained from chemistry. So creation of different colors and effects. Okay, the lighting effects. So here, not just effects, we say, and the lighting effects. Lighting effects in stage production. In stage productions. All right, in stage productions, or maybe during concerts, just like I've said, during concerts, or maybe filming, and even screen displays. Concerts and screen displays. So what happens is that you are going to realize that people who are filming a certain video, or maybe they are taking a certain concert, we can have the lighting effect coming in, whereby maybe the stage appears blue, it appears green, yellow, depending on the color they've chosen. And for them to be able to produce all those colors, it's as a result of chemistry being involved at the production or at the creation stage or at the creation stage. Now let us now look at this other way. So this was our main point here. It was entertainment, all right? And it's a continuation of what we had learned last time. So this other area I want us to look at is the nuclear chemistry. Nuclear chemistry. How do we apply nuclear chemistry in our day-to-day life? Now, I don't know whether you've ever heard of an atomic bomb or even a bomb and how they are produced. Now, these materials are produced from chemicals like uranium that are bombarded by a fast-moving particle that hits on it, produces a reaction or a chain of reactions, producing a lot of energy. Now, because these reactions involve the nucleus, they are referred to as nuclear reactions. So, when we study nuclear chemistry, we are looking at the atom, but specifically we are interested with the nucleus, the protons and the neutrons, and how they behave once they are hit by a fast-moving particle. So with nuclear chemistry, in our day-to-day life, it assists us in producing electrical energy and other forms of energy that can be used in various ways. All right? So we can write here and say produces electrical energy, produces electrical produces electrical energy, and other forms of energy. And the energy can be used in various ways. What I want to say is we have countries that are able to produce nuclear energy, and they tap that energy for use at domestic levels and even at industries. But we have countries that have gone ahead and prepared what we call nuclear weapons. And a nuclear weapon can wipe even a whole country within no seconds. But there are regulations on how they are going to use that energy. I know you know some of these countries that can produce nuclear weapons, and therefore they are a threat to others, because if they just decide to violate maybe the agreement they have all over the world, we can have disaster. So you can see this is just the continuation of what chemistry can do. And I want us again to go to point number 3, because we did not touch on this. I want us to go to environment. So number 3, we can look at environment. Mazingira. When I say environment, what comes to your mind? Environment is all about what is surrounding living organisms, what is surrounding us, what is surrounding the living organisms. And is chemistry important? Yes. One way in which chemistry is important is in mitigating pollution or controlling pollution. We can just use a simple word whereby we can say it is important, it plays a major role in controlling, or you can use the word mitigate pollution. And the pollution can be of many forms. We can have air pollution, we can have water pollution, all right? We can have soil pollutions. Pollution is of many types, all right, or many forms of pollution. But when you come to the chemistry, it really assists us in controlling or mitigating the pollution, because we do not want to exist in an environment that is very polluted, where there is a lot of air pollution. Let's say we have industries that are producing lots of gases that can pollute the air. We do not want to inhale those gases, because some of those gases can affect our respiratory system, all right? Sometimes we also don't want to pollute our soils. Why? Because this is going to reduce the production from the farm or from the soils, because maybe it is going to interfere with the nutrients level of the soils, okay? So we must control that pollution, and that is where chemistry comes in. And how does it assist in controlling the pollution? Number 1 is by giving us ways of recycling. So I can say A, through recycling, because there are some, for you to be able to recycle some materials that maybe are non-biodegradable. By that I mean they don't decompose in the environment. You require to add some chemicals so that you can recycle them, so that we can reuse. So number 1 way is through recycling. Number 2 is also through giving us alternative sources of energy. So offering alternative sources of energy. Like most of the energy that we normally use, mostly it has been coming maybe from wood, okay? And that means we are contributing largely on what we call deforestation, because we are cutting down trees just to produce energy. But chemistry comes in and shows us other ways of producing energy, and that is through what? Nuclear reactions here. Through nuclear reaction. So when it is offering us an alternative source of energy, it therefore solves the pollution effect that would come as a result of cutting down trees. So we got alternative source of energy. So trees are not going to be cut down, and therefore it means we are going to control the carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. So we will have less, so we won't have the accumulation of the carbon dioxide there, which destroys the ozone layer, and we get what we call global warming. You see, one effect leads to the other and to the other and to the other, but with the help of chemistry we are able to come down to offering alternative sources of energy. And the other thing is it plays a leading role in finding solutions to climate change. Just like I've just mentioned that it is going to play a key role. See, plays a key role, or we can say a leading role to finding solutions, to finding what? Solutions to climate change. Finding solutions to climate change. So people are really working hard so that we can counter the changes that we have had in the climate. Currently, we are experiencing flooding, which used not to be the case. Raised high temperatures. We are also having ice melting in polar areas. So it's as a result of increased temperatures and all that, as a result of the environment being polluted. So chemistry is coming in to help in climate change, in finding various solutions to climate change. So I know by now you've learned a lot, and you can add, so long as you can be able to relate the role of chemistry to that we do on a daily basis, you will be in the right place. So these are the roles together with the ones that we had looked at the other last time. So this time, master this, that under entertainment we can have creating special effects such as explosion, smoke, fire and fog. Number 2, we can talk of chemical compounds which will help create realistic makeup, okay, like we've just explained. And then the other one is creation of different colors and lighting effects in stage, and that is during concerts or maybe stage productions and the event screen displays. Under nuclear, we've said production of energy and other forms of energy that can be used in various ways. And to the environment, it plays a major role in controlling pollution. And I said pollution can be water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution. There are many forms of pollution, but those are just the major ones, and chemistry comes in and helps in that. So let's meet in our next lesson on careers in chemistry, because we need to understand, is this chemistry a career subject? Let us find out in the next lesson.